Hello everyone, I am Tacit and welcome to the Gems of War Guild Wars, week 107, day 2. So today we got Purple Guild War Day, we also got a new pet. We got this little pet. I forgot to mention the Monday video because I just completely forgot what it was, but apparently it was a new one. It's a Wildfolk bonus. So we can end up getting a little bit extra stats for them. If I'm not mistaken, don't we already have one? This would be the second one? Can I just type in Wildfolk to find it? I actually don't remember if it comes up in search or not. Okay, it is the first one for Wildfolk. Really? Because I know some do have double. But, yeah, it is the first one for Wildfolk. Well, that's pretty useful. Definitely helps things like Wild King teams, Wild Queen teams, and that's basically the whole list. Is under the Wildfolk category, that is basically the entirety of what exists. Is various teams between those two. Like, we go by base rarity here. We have... well, then again, you don't generally build purely around Scourge of Honor. Like, if you're building Scourge of Honor, you're not building 4 times Wildfolk into Scourge of Honor. Whereas if you're doing Wild King or Wild Queen, you normally are. Like, especially Wild Queen, because no mana conflict between the two. Though you can technically yellow Guild War Day, the other two. But, yeah, they're basically the entirety of the category. I guess there's technically Beatrix, but Beatrix is another one, like Scourge of Honor, where it's good, but very rarely do you build it into a pure team of Wildfolk. Like, I guess you could use them both together. We actually did for that one team for the dungeon thingy, where we use both Scourge of Honor and Beatrix, but very rarely are you using, like, more than 2. You need at least 3 of them in a team to get the bonus. And you're not going to be using the hero class more often than not, as it's a little bit towards the underwhelming side. But yeah, Wildfolk also has the subcategory of Lapina. I don't think there's anything that boost ratios or summons specifically or something of Lapina. However, there is a subcategory of Wildfolk that are Lapina, kind of like how the gnolls and the spiders and stuff like that. There's a lot of weird subcategories, and one of those is all the Lapinas with those ears, which are just all categorized under Wildfolk. Most of them aren't that good, though. Basically, the entire category is like 4 troops. Scourge of Honor, Wild King, Wild Queen, almost all mythics, and Queen Beatrix. It's basically the entirety of the Wildfolk category. There's a few other things, like there's some events where you run Blade Dancer and stuff. But you're never, like, building a pure team out of it. And, of course, King Selene is for 50% mana start. If you are building a pure team out of it, it's the thing that kind of connects everything together. I guess Luna's not horrible, but compared to the other mythics from the category, you'd probably use it instead. But anyways, yeah, we get that pet bonus today, and that's the main thing that we have going on. However, let's start with Guild War. Also, let me make chat bigger, because I cannot see any of it. 1 second. Why is it not working? There we go. All right, hello, everyone! Hello, hello, Roman! Hello, Bill! Hello, Daddy Shark. Hello, Henry. Hello, Gimli. Hello. Why is it not scrolling the right one? 1 second. Up. I'll get this. There we go. Now is it scrolling the right? Oh, there we go. Hello, Daddy Shark. Hello, Lester. Hello, Debidora. Hello, Isabel. Hello, Tyrion. Hello, JW. Let's see. Hello, Supernova. Hello, Dwight. Welcome. All right, so, where should we go? Obviously, we haven't done anything here yet. I did see that we had a handful of gems, so that's definitely enticing. Not sure if we had anything under there. No, we do not. Those are random for everyone. I guess we'll start with getting the pet, just so I don't forget about it. And I'll probably go do Guild War and get into all the Purple Guild War gloriness. It's actually kind of funny because no one has actually fought us a single time in Guild War today. The main reason being we are in the lowest part of our guild. So the chance that you actually get battled is pretty unlikely. We got 0 battles yesterday. We're going to get 0 battles today again, which is kind of funny. But it happens when you're the lowest rank. Because even if every single person is doing 5 battles, it's very unlikely that you'll end up getting... Because most of them aren't losing the very first battle. So you have a very, very low chance. Because I believe there's 10, 15 in that category. I think maybe 10. So you need one of the... You basically need... They have about 30 rolls, and you have like a 1 in 10 chance of like landing on the person who actually gets battled. So there are some days where if you're in that lowest category, you actually just don't get battled, which is bad because I want to see data on some of our defend teams, and if we're not getting battled, that doesn't happen. If you're in a few higher categories in your guild, you'll get battled a ton, especially if you're all the way in like second last, you'll get battled the absolute most. However, those lower categories kind of barely get fought at all. Because if I go check it real quick, I saw it earlier. I don't think it's been updated yet, but yeah, 0 and 0, which is kind of funny. Just because if we were higher up, those would be like 10, 20, something similar. But unfortunately, we did really bad last Guild War. So we're all the way down here. How many is in this category again? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, there's more than 10. 11, 12, 13, 14. No wonder why. We have a 1 in 14 chance And it's assuming they've all done their battles yet, of which they have not quite yet. Anyways, let's go get this pet, and then we'll go do Purple Guild War. And figure out where we're going to run. Obviously, Purple Guild War, we have access to Thrall and Leprechaun, which are some of the more standard things to build around. We got a lot of really high damage mythics. Purple in particular is generally pretty good with magic. There's a lot of things good with magic, but Purple does have a lot of AoEs and other things to end up working at it. You're watching 2 streams at once. Nice. I don't think I could ever multi-watch streams. Like, I occasionally watch one in the background here and there. But if I had the audio on for 2 simultaneously, I could never keep up. Like, I do sometimes listen to 2 different audios, but I don't think I could ever listen to 2 different audios of specifically a stream. Like, if one's like a YouTube video and the other one's like something else, then, you know, it's kind of works. But I don't know, the dynamic of how talking is done on a stream, especially with how constant it normally is compared to some other pieces of media, it would just be too confusing to keep up with. I start watching one more so just for the visual. What am I taking here? I'll take that over. Try for the brown. Did not get it. We'll take that for extra turn. There are the red. Do need that last little bit of mana. Hello, Luan! Welcome, welcome. And there we go. Okay, 2 streams in the game. I normally play multiple games at once. I normally am never watching multiple things at once, though. Because off stream, I'm normally playing like 2-3 games simultaneously. More often than not. But I'm never like watching multiple things at once, if I'm even watching anything at all. Let's see. I don't have a lineman here. I'm just gonna go for Leprechaun. And give me a skull. Alright, there we go. Let's go claim this pet. Hopefully we get like 6 copies, so it's very unlikely. Nope, just the guarantee 1. But that's all we need. And that's a 2.25 bonus now whenever we use a 3 or 4 Wildfolk on our team. Is that ever going to happen? Pretty much not. As we were mentioning earlier, most Wildfolk teams, if you're even using them, are primarily only going to be using 2. And when it comes to troop type bonuses, you only get the bonus for 3 or 4 on your team. When it comes to Kingdom, it's 2, 3, or 4. When it comes to troop type, it is 3 or 4. And when it comes to corresponding to a color, it only works if you're pure color, which is relevant for Guild War, because we do have to use pure color. But that being said, Purple Guild War time. So, our current team is... Oh, we get to test a new Arachne Weaver buff. I was trying it on my defend team, but of course, while Arachne Weaver cannot be used on Purple Guild War Day, what it can be done is, of course, a 75% chance to summon a web spinner when an enemy dies. That still counts, so we might get to see some web spinner today. Obviously, he didn't get much of a buff. Nothing was actually changed with him in his old carry rework. However, if you haven't gotten it already, from the current Legends Reborn, 1,350 gems, you can end up getting the pet maxed, or just for a small amount, you can just simply get a copy and have the little bit of bonus. But Web Spinner's Eyes. This pet's to fully max at 1,350, or you could use pet orbs, however else you want to go about it. It will be available in the future since it's a stat-related pet. But anyways, it's +5 to all Web Spinner stats, and this is one of the few times we actually get to utilize it. I tried to on our defend team, but that didn't quite work out. Not that it didn't win, it just wasn't battled. However, we'll get to see it about 5 times here. Or hopefully less, because if we do see it, that means we're losing. But, where's my Guild War team? Guild War Purple. Where's all this mess? There it is. I should be good to go. Oh gosh, he's using a double empower. I had a feeling we'd see a lot of that today. We even changed our defend team to finally be double empower. He's using the interesting yellow to purple one, though. So it'll be interesting to see how that pans out. For the most part, we should be fine. I am currently using Elementalist. We could consider going to Orb Weaver if we want to play it safe. What am I trying to do if we do Elementalist here? You know what? I kind of do want Elementalist. He has no cleanse. We have the tank ability. We already have resummon off Arachne Weaver. Yeah, I think we're fine running Elementalist here. Let me just double check that I have Elemental set correctly, as the way we might want to have it set up for this team is slightly different than how we would normally have it set up. So let me just double check. So we have Snap Freeze, that is correct. We have Immune to Freeze, which is technically not relevant, though nor is the other two. We have extra brown armor. I guess that's okay. The other ones don't really do much. I guess we could give a little bit of magic to Weaver. You know what? Yeah, because we're not using as many browns. What's our total brown? I actually would prefer having 1 magic more on Weaver than 3 armor on Hero. So yeah, we are switching that to magic. It's not a huge difference, but if that's the difference between killing or not killing, that will be a huge difference. So every little bit helps. So that's 1 extra damage for Weaver. Brown Storm at start of battle. That is fine. It's not necessarily good or bad. Game Barrier on Brown, that's perfectly fine. We could go Submerge, but the only thing we'd really Submerge against is his split damage, whereas a Skull is probably more annoying unless he's entangled, in which case I guess Submerge could be okay. But I'd rather have the Barrier just to make sure we don't die. Gaining extra on Brown or on Blue? Blue feeds into nothing, right? I don't think Blue feeds into a single thing. Yeah, we don't even use Blue. Well, I guess we do once Web Spinner comes in, but, you know, you don't want to build around that necessarily. Like, you want to make sure you don't minus into it. Like, we don't want to go minus Blue here. Like, if there is a +2 purple, +1 green, -1 blue, we wouldn't want to do that. But we don't really have a need to plus on Blue. Anything else I need to check? Elementalists. And we're running a bunch of immunities. And the other two don't really do anything. Alright, I think we're fine. Looks good to go. Let's go do it. We're probably just going to stick with this team most of the time. Only really trading out the hero class. Does Sarah play... let's see... actually, Syrup, is she... She's still on the dev team, right? She should be. I always forget who even is these days. Because there's normally only a few ever upfront communicating with us these days. Mostly Nimhane, who I asked for Mark code. She hasn't given them yet. Soon TM. Though she did make comment on one of my other comments like a week after the fact. Though still no codes yet. Because it's like Nimhane, Surian, G-Man, Jenny, not Jenny. What is her name? Why can I never remember the J name? And her. Or like the main ones I think that are like really public these days. The rest of the dev team's kind of just in the background normally. Alright, I'll take the Brown over there. Jeddah. Why can I never remember that name? But yeah, Jeddah. I can never ever remember that name for some reason. Alright, let's just destroy everything. This should be a good Weaver kill. Because all he's going to do is take Skull here, which unfortunately... Oh, no, we're not going to take any damage as long as he stays entangled. This is fine. We just do this, and he dies, and we win. Pretty standard Weaver. Just kill, win. Oh, let me double check. I did set the right metals, right? I assume we are at 20% 8 magic, but just in case we're not, almost guaranteed we are. But, yeah, we are. And if we really need to, if we wanted to calculate it out preemptively, we can actually get rid of the 20% for an extra 4 damage if we know for sure it's going to be within kill range. We'd rather have the 20% in most situations. But if we know for sure we can't kill within the range that we're in, we might want to up it a little bit. For example, right now we know we're going to have 158 damage, and 158 is fine. So we don't need to go any extra. So he's using Thief this time around, which once again we don't really care too much about. The biggest issue is his Empowers at start of battle. And of course he has double Empower, because why would he not? Okay, so right off the bats, double check. Does he get any value? Blue to purple does nothing. Green to purple does also nothing. If I take this, does this give him anything? No. Kind of. Yes, no. Looks fine. Just double checking. There's something weird cascades. Oh, wait. He's gonna get the extra blue there, though. I feel like he's gonna go for the other one. You know what? I'm just gonna go for Leprechaun and risk it. Alright, risk partially paid off. Not completely. Okay, I think it might have completely paid off now. Okay, it completely paid off. It was worth it. Though it might not always be worth it. But that one definitely was. Okay, double check alignment now. He has blue to purple, which does nothing. And he has green to purple that does also nothing somehow. Alright, we won. Let's match. Oh wait, our damage is lower. Oh no, I needed the extra damage! Wait, really? What buffed up the thing? I guess it wasn't counting the other stats? Where's your durability so much higher? Oh no, we're not in kill range now by 1. Oh no, and we're gonna die because of it. No. Okay, luckily you have enchant, so that's fine. You're still entangled, so you can't really do anything. I can take extra turn Skull because we're not actually frozen on it. So we just kill that out all the way. We're only frozen on purple. So we can take as many extra turns as we really want. He's disabled on absolutely everything, so we don't even need to worry about him skull poking us here. Weaver's outside of range by 1. Speaking of putting that extra 4 magic on. We should be fine. Now we just Life and Death Weaver, and that is match. Do I skull poke? Is it even worth skull poking? We're frozen on... Oh, wait. We're not frozen on purple anymore. I can go for that for free. So we'll take that. I can go for another skull. Then we just go into both of them. Is going to both of them already enough damage? It is 142, yes. He is entangled. Hopefully he'll stay entangled. And let's match. There we go. Another one down. We haven't even lost our Thrall yet, which I'm kind of surprised. Book tried to go crazy on us there. Also, hello, Cookie. Welcome, welcome. Hello, Sushi Ninja. Once again, we're up against... oh, no. We're not up against double empower. We're up against triple empower. Oh, gosh. Yeah, I guess I just use Elementalist. He's using his own Elementalist now, which is kind of interesting. I don't have a way to... Actually, I do have a way to technically target him down. I almost want to switch to, like, Archmagus or something here for the fun of it. For the extra purple. We'll be fine probably without it. Yeah, we'll keep it like this. I'm just concerned about his own Elementalist. We still double cycle him. My biggest concern is he gets barrier off of Brown. We don't have too many ways to give him Brown unless he like Sirens our hero and gets lucky. So he's probably not naturally taking any Brown. I'm just gonna clear the board, I think, immediately and just hope we are fine to go. We could try for a right off of Sky, but we have Brownstorm active right now, which makes it less likely that's gonna happen. Which I guess is one reason for not running the Storm. Though it can also work in your favor, of course. In this particular situation, it does not. That doesn't really work that much against us. He's entangled on first slot, so we can bait it out. He doesn't actually use green. Well, he technically does, but he currently doesn't. Does Life and Death give 1 mana to all allies? I don't believe it does. It drains 3 from the first enemy. I don't believe it gives 5 to... Yeah, it just is the enchant for yourself. Because we really need 1 purple mana pretty badly right now. The best way to do that would just be to take the Skull. The only problem is he might get cascaded value. What's his other alignment? Yellow to purple. Okay, he's probably not going to get anything here. Unfortunately, he does get that 1 extra turn. However, it is simply just that 1 extra turn, so it's not too bad. We're not frozen on Brown, so I can simply do that. Get the Siren disabled. We really want him to take a Skull here. However, you should double check his alignment just in case he has yellow to purple. Green to purple. Green to purple does a little bit of mana, but it's nothing scary, so we can just go straight into damage. He actually, if he doesn't get barrier here, we won. And we won. Because now we just go kill both of them. There goes pretty much his entire team. We Life and Death Weaver again, and that is match. Throw down Life and Death, throw again down Weaver. And he's dead. And that's all we need. What's that, hello, beer? Welcome, welcome. Alright, 2 more fights. What do we have here? We have Thief again, with, who could have guessed, triple Empower. Because double Empower is not broken enough. You gotta put another one in there. Let's see. Banner, Nerf, Empower. The main thing I want to see change with Guild Wars is I want rule sets. Kind of like how Pokemon has, where it has like rotating rule sets. Actually, I believe the next rotating one is actually announced today. Because I think it just ended the current season, their first season. Now they're going into season 2. Because it lasts like for a month, and that's how Guild War is. Where basically like every single month it has like a slightly different rule set. And I wish Gems of War would have that. Like it needs something. So that you have something different every single Guild War. Like maybe one Guild War you can't use common troops. Maybe another Guild War you can't use Mythic. Maybe another you can't use Empower, or you can't use Stone Skin, or you can't use your hero. That'd be an interesting one. No hero? A no Mythic one? Like there's so many rule sets they could set on top of everything else. And it would apply to both defend team and offense team, so you would actually have to change your defend teams. Rather than keeping the same 6 forever. Because there has technically been nothing in the entire game to ever incentivize you to change your defend teams. You could have literally kept the same 6 defend teams for like 5 years now. And had no incentive to ever change them. Obviously the meta has shifted, but you would still get the full amount of points if you've kept them as the same 6 for like the last 5 years. Anyways, what do we need to do here? Anything else we need to change up? I don't believe so. It's just a standard triple Empower. We're mostly just looking to win quicker. Alright, let's do it. Pretty much the same battle we've already had multiple times over now. As it seems like their whole guild's running the build. Alright, no purple at the start of battle, that's unfortunate. Though, in all fairness, he's going to create them for us. He has brown to purple, which is bad. He has green to purple, which is... Oh, wait. I have an extra turn just sitting there. Let's go for that first. Alright, this might snowball into 1 billion extra turns. So far, so good. Alright, how's the state of the board now? I am tempted to take this purple. What repercussions are there for taking this purple? I believe there is none, because that will deny his green to purple. His blue to purple does nothing. His brown to purple... somehow also does nothing? Interesting. Yeah, that's the move. So we'll do that. He'll take a skull. That's fine. If he still has no option... Ooh, he does now, though. Oh, well, it's not that bad. Let's just double check that he has no guarantee extra turn. Because if he doesn't, we just win here, right? Oh, no, that's not going to be enough damage, though. There'll still be a lot of pressure. Oh, wait, I can actually mana drain his first one when we go Life and Death. So we know for sure he's not going to do green to purple because he's going to get mana drained and he doesn't have immune to mana drain. So it's one less option he's going to have. So he has to either do blue to purple or brown to purple. Blue to purple gives him a little bit of mana, but not much. And brown to purple does... Ooh, a double cascade. We don't actually want him to do brown to purple to such a degree that I think I actually cast Web Spinner here, as weird as that may seem. The reason I want to do this is because I want him to have the ability to cast the other one, as it would be less threatening if he did a green to purple there. And it just made it slightly more likely that he would go for it. He didn't actually go for it, but it made it possible that he could have gone for it. Alright, I think I just cleared the board because there's going to be too much color to have to deal with. And then we can just Life and Death Weaver and go from there. And as long as we get a good board here, we should be fine. If we don't, then we can still deal with it. Okay, so does he have alignment? Yes. Should we care about it? Somewhat. Wait, not really, because we just kill Book. It's already over. Because we kill Book, we have kill range. And now he's creating purple into nothing. So we'll take the yellow, because why not? Get a refresh on disable, clear out the whole board, throw down another Weaver, and this is as good as over, because his hero is dead, and his hero is the entire team. Now let's go for one more Weaver so we get a little bit better points. I think we're on track for 9,500, 9,600. It's gone pretty smooth today. It's also going to take nowhere near as long as yesterday since we're not changing up the team that much. Also because there isn't really much of a need to. Literally everyone in this guild's running the same team. It's just like a double empower or triple empower into Book. Like literally the entire guild. The only thing different is like maybe they switch up hero class. Or maybe like switch out like one single troop. But every single person in this guild has been at least minimum double empower, mostly triple empower into Book in some way, shape, or form. Anyways, I think we're good to go. We already did it 4 times, just need to do it a 5th. His durability will be a little bit higher. So we are going to have to triple cast, but that's fine. We do have triple empower to have to deal with, but we'll deal with that once we see our starting board. Hopefully the starting board isn't bad, as that will basically determine the entire battle. The worst comes to worst, we do have Leprechaun, so we could just clear out the entire board, which we're likely going to need to. Unfortunately, taking that green does lower the amount of explodes we're going to be getting here. And it does look like we do have to go for the explode. As tempted as I am to take a purple here, actually maybe we still do. Let me double check every option. So green to purple. This would be bad, not because he would get any mana, but because I wouldn't be able to use Leprechaun after. Because I'm taking this purple down, so he will no longer have green to purple alignment. But if he does that, I can't cast Leprechaun, and I'm forced to have to cast Throw. I guess that's not too big a deal as long as we Surge. Wait, what's our plus right now? Do we have plus 5? Never mind, we have plus 5. It's guaranteed full mana. Oh, we have plus 3. I mean, yeah. So we have guaranteed full mana for Throw, even if he had 0 mana. So that's fine. So all we have to do is take that purple, and we're good. Brown to purple does nothing as long as we move this, right? Yeah. So this downwards movement basically counters everything then. Because that even counters his blue to purple. Unless we get like an unlucky cascade over. Oh no! He is going to have blue to purple alignment. I think we just have to risk it. He will have alignment on blue to purple. But that will be his only alignment. Good, he didn't go for it. Alright, we're fine. Any extra turn purple? Surprisingly, no. Really? With all this on the board, there is no guarantee mana. No guarantee extra turn. That's very unfortunate. We're just going to have to clear the whole board. We did not extra turn, but he didn't get anything, so that's fine. And we simply take our extra turn of our own, and let's match. Oh, that going together is a little bad. We don't get as many stuns. I need to do it on hero. Oh, never mind. He's using Elementalist. We don't necessarily need it on hero. I guess we go for Life and Death Weaver here. The main thing I want to check is what less alignment does he have? He has green to purple. Does green to purple do anything right now? Yes. It does a lot. Oh, gosh. I think I just have to throw and hope we get lucky. Good. We got the lucky. Okay. We're not frozen on anything, so I can just go for whatever. That will multi-cascade and give us all the value we need. Let's see. Does he have alignment? Green to purple. Nope. Okay, we just win. Because if he casts or takes Skull, both do nothing. You know what? I'm even going to Preemptive Weaver here. Actually, no. Actually, yes. I'm not sure. How should we do this? He's entangled. He's going to do nothing. Yeah, I'm going for Weaver here. Because double Weaver kills. And now we're in double Weaver range. He has no mana on anything, so we just go for Throw. Unfortunately, we did not hit full mana. Okay, where's our full mana at? Am I going to have to Throw again just for full mana? Sure seems like it. Because we need to get the Weaver kill into Weaver kill into Weaver kill into Weaver kill and then just wipe out everything. It'd be very convenient if we had full mana on Weaver right now to do that, though. No extra turn, but he doesn't get anything either. He does a barrier on hero, which actually slightly ruins our plan. I can set it back into motion by mana draining him here. We actually are going to go for that. As long as he doesn't take brown. And it's very unlikely he's going to take brown in top left, though he might. Let's see if he does. No, he does! No! Okay, fine. We'll go for Weaver. Should probably went for that the previous turn. But now we have an issue where we can't actually one-shot him. He does have blue to purple convert. That's kind of huge down there. There's a good chance he gets skull distracted, though. He's also webbed right now. I might just let him have it. As much as I want to clear the board, even if he converts it, it's not too big a deal, and he doesn't even go for it. It's match. He's just not going to have anything to feed purple into, so even if he goes for it, it's going to do nothing. Even though he gets a little bit of value. And it's match. There we go. Yeah, that wasn't too bad. Though I do think we lost a little bit of points on that last one from not winning as quickly. Let's see. Nope. We're still doing fine. It wasn't a 9,600 though, but 9,563 is pretty solid. Anything over 9,500 I'm pretty happy with. Honestly, anything that's 5 wins I'm pretty happy with. But 9,500 plus is normally the aim you're going for. With 9,600 generally being about the highest you can score, even though it does go to almost 9,700 or so. You need a lot of luck to normally hit it. But there we go. Where does that put us in this bracket? We are in second place, or first, somewhere's around here. Definitely in top 3 somewheres. There we go. Though we're all the way down in bracket 5. We kind of just been floating from bracket 4 to 5 constantly. There we go. Anyways, that's Guild War. Let's go hand out a code. And then go clear out everything else. We don't have too many other things going on today. Obviously, we already did one of the biggest things, which was claiming the pet. If you haven't already done that, make sure to do so. Not the best pet out there, but still one you want to make sure to get your hands on. That will be available again in the future as well. Aside from that, I guess we have standard dailies. And we are going to do a bit of the ward event and probably mess with that new troop that came out the other day. And try to see what else we can kind of do with it. But we will be doing a lot of the ward event today. I think we can actually almost get it done. Because combined with our battles, combined with whatever the guild will get done by tomorrow night, I believe that will be a completed world event, so make sure to get some progress on that. Anyways, let's go ahead and code. Any losses yesterday? No, we are actually perfect win streak so far this week. We have not lost a single time all week. And we're trying to keep it that way. Because we're going a lot slower in Guild War this week, just to see if we can go for another perfect. I went a little bit quicker today, but this is because Purple Days, among one of the easier days. Mostly because Thrall and or Leprechaun exists, which is insanely good mana accumulation. Like versus Life and Death Weaver combo and a few other that are pretty good. A lot of good purple mythics. Anyways, a lot of good things on a purple that use magic well, or mana well. And there's a lot of good mana accumulators as well, so it has pretty good synergy. Anyways, where should we go? Legend Reborn doesn't have anything, right? Even though it's showing here, we don't have anything to do. We can't do the other battles until tomorrow, and we already did our 300 purple kills. Or sorry, I keep saying purple, I mean green. I think I said that during the video too. But it's actually green kills that you need to do. Also, hello Chris, welcome, welcome. I've been doing pretty good. Alright, let's go do, I guess, the ward event. So, let me double check the ward event scoring. Because I still don't completely remember it. Like, I know, like, vaguely what we need to do. And I'm pretty sure the one we're looking at right now is the lower one. Also, hello Jay Shar, welcome, welcome. But let me just double check. Just to make sure we don't do the wrong one. I like it won't matter too much. The guild will probably have it done tomorrow night regardless. Oh, that's not what I'm looking for. Where is the weekly posts? You know, the easiest way to get to this, I'm just go to official news. And I'll get rid of like every other thread. Official news. Information about bans. This old thread that's just getting more comments. The roadmap that we went over the other day. Holiday events. Soul Carry rework. 6.7. Gosh, no one's talking about the actual event. There it is. Monstrous mess. There we go. Would you like to load? There you go. Yeah, there's the 3 we're looking for. So yeah, the one I'm looking at right now is the not good one. It's the Kerberbidus, the Skyla, and the Megavore. Which are just the higher rarity ones. Anyways. And we're still running with this team. Iron Wave, Leviathan, Azura, and Peskia. Though we are running it with the extra magic medals. And we're mostly running it just for Leviathan quick kill. Everything else is just kind of there for if the battle keeps going on. But we're mostly just looking to cast Leviathan and win. Pretty much the premise of our build here. And it does have Dispel, so we don't need to worry about Submerge and stuff like that. We actually have double Dispel. Not only does gosh, I cannot say words. Not only does Leviathan have Dispel, but Azura does as well whenever she does her mana accumulation. So we won't ever have to worry about it. But it's most relevant on the Leviathan just because he's the one actually doing the AoE. And he has the Dispel attached to himself. Makes it pretty convenient. And most battles we're just looking to multicast them. To enough of a degree, I'm almost considering like doubling up on him. Like, just get rid of Piskia and everything else and literally just run like a billion Leviathans. Like, Piskia does give us the mana back. But, you know, if we just keep hitting them hard, we could literally just run, like, triple Leviathan. Because what's stopping us from it? Like, we could literally just run a diverse team of 3 Leviathan. Like, there's almost no reason not to. Like, the Piskia will be nice for the mana back, and maybe for the free double kill. But for most of the battle range that we're doing, like, we just keep spamming Leviathan forever. And be perfectly fine. Check my medals. Oh wait, did I just hit the wrong medals? Doesn't Trajan have that, like, splash damage thing? Does he have multi-splash? I thought it was only one cast splash. When you do the new troop, you should try this team. I'll check it out in a second. And what do you mean by new troop? The one coming out tomorrow? I mean, Friday? Good old Mythic. Speaking of which, Mythic tier list soon, TM. I just keep getting caught up with stuff. Though it is still plans. It's surprisingly hard to allocate like 2.5 hours of talking straight without splitting it up. I like doing it all in one go. What do we need here? Let's see. Take the other one down. It's gonna be enough mana to get it rolling the following turn. Oh, it's an Empress team. Yeah, we'll try the Empress team. I haven't tried too many things with it. I meant to test it more last night, but then didn't. But we definitely are tonight. Oh, we're getting a lot of the same fight. Like, it keeps giving us 2 options, but it doesn't matter if it's giving us 2 options if they're both the same option. Like, obviously they can be different, but the fact that they're normally the same kind of defeats the point of even giving 2 options to begin with. Oh wait, what am I doing? We already have 1-shot kill. I was thinking we're up against like a much harder fight. That's literally like 10 durability. Look at this double Kraken. You won Guild Wars, World Event medals, and went 5-0 before. Nice, nice. I'm hoping we can go 5-0 the entire week this week. It's been a while since we have. We haven't since the 100th Guild War, where we try-harded it because it was the 100th Guild War and we wanted to do it for all time's sake. Because my guild actually won the very first ever Guild War. Not like our bracket, but literally the entire thing. Like first place bracket 1. We won the very, very, very first ever Guild War. Probably the biggest achievement our guild has had. Obviously, this is not the case these days. Kind of hover around bracket 4 or 5. But the very, 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 very first one, we won the whole thing. I would like mana, I actually need, thank you. A little bit late because we already won. I won those wish pieces. I wish wish stars were a bit more viable. It's an interesting mechanic. I just feel like a lot of things that create wish don't really have a way to clear wish, which makes it kind of clunky to use a lot of times. Obviously, there's things like the Godmother thing, or whatever her name is. Why do I forget her name? But that one goblin mythic that creates 1 billion of them. But aside from her, there is almost no viable wish gem option. Like, she's pretty much the entire category of wish gems. Even though there's almost like half a dozen or a dozen things that have the wish gem mechanic, she's the only one that's actually usable. Every other one that has it just doesn't do enough to be justified to use. Which is unfortunate, because there's a lot of power gems where that kind of happens. Where the power gem itself isn't necessarily that bad, but no good troop really comes in to utilize it fully. Because that's the fate that most power gems have. Where the power gem itself might not necessarily be that bad, but nothing ever gets a good ability to use it. So basically just never gets used. I feel like potions somewhat had that effect as well. Because there's no good troop that uses potions. The only good way to use it is off a hero, and normally you want hero doing other things. Because that can be problematic. Because that one potion weapon that creates it, really good weapon, has auto extra turn and everything. But it's slightly inconsistent. But you can't use troops to kind of do the same mechanic because there just aren't enough that do it viably. Yeah, Centuricon's a pretty good example. Well, the wild cards in general are also like that. Honestly, I feel like every single power gem got like a max of one troop that can use it. Because for wish gems, it was that one goblin troop. For potions, it was the hero weapon. For wild cards, Centuricon's basically the only way to use wild cards. Like, there's other things that have it, but most of them just aren't viable. Especially comparatively to Centurion. Like, almost all of them only get one singular good option. If even one. Like, bomb gems never got a single good one. Though, in all fairness, bomb gems were awful to begin with. But they never got a single good troop to use it, not even the mythic. Lycanthropy actually did get a couple options that could use it. The main reason why no one runs Lycanthropy is it's the most annoying mechanic to ever exist. Though there are actually multiple troops that do use Lycanthropy effectively. It's just almost no one likes the mechanic. So pretty much no one ever uses it. There's also very rare situations where you'd even need it. Because it's kind of like Deathmark in that it's a, even though it's slightly higher chance, it's a very unpredictable effect. And you normally want higher consistency with whatever you're running. You think the biggest achievement is getting Isabel? She's a superstar. Yes, Isabel has been a great help to the guild. And is greatly, greatly appreciated. Let's allow David if I didn't say hi. Welcome, welcome. Okay, let's just throw AoEs till they're dead. Doesn't even matter if you get the spell, you'll die all the same. I think we have 5 more fights left. How are we doing on points? Oh, we're getting there. Hopefully the guild will be able to get the rest away by tomorrow night. We'll see. Not too big a deal, because if it's not tomorrow night, it'll be Friday night then. We got double Megavore here. I'll take a yellow over there and hope for the Cascade. Also, this weekend, we're finally going to get around to playing Hollow Knight. I've been meaning to for like ages now. I think it was gifted to me like 5 years ago. We were finally going to get around to it. I really want to get like the long list of backlog games I've been meaning to play done this year. Maybe not all of them, but you know, like some chunk of them. Because that list has not gotten any smaller anytime recently. And somehow I have managed to avoid like literally every spoiler. There are several indie games where I've not seen like anything of it. And that is one of them. Also, how do we just gain even more? We were at like 1 earlier, and now we're all the way up at 3. Which means we would have had to have like double Valraven for that to occur. Because if we used our last one, it would be 2. Which means we would have had to have Valraven twice within recent time. Will I accept helpful tips that aren't spoilers? I'd probably be fine with that. At least if we're like completely clueless. Especially on like more puzzly kind of areas. Well, we'll see. I'm not even sure fully what the game is like, other than that's like a platformer kind of thing. And a bunch of bugs. Last bug-based game we played was, that one Paper Mario game. Well, it's not a Paper Mario game, but it's inspired by Paper Mario. Bug Fables. That was the last time we played a bug-themed game. Right, one more fight, which probably means 3 more fights. So we get unlucky on Valraven here. Nope, no Valraven. Right, we'll take that over. Grab, what do we need here? We'll take a red. It's not gonna be enough mana. I'm just gonna take another brown just in case. Because that'll make it so we can just triple cast. Which should be enough. Even through your spell reduction. Oops, I just ruined the dimensions. Come back! Alright, where is the dimensions? That's not where it is. Well, we're done with our battles there. And the guild will be able to clear out the rest. Let me go change my thing. Oh gosh, we made it 12 pixels off. Also, did we ever hand out a code earlier? Wait, did we or did we not hand out a code? My short-term memory does not remember if we handed out a code. I think we did. Because I'm actually running low on them, so I can't hand out 2. Did we hand out 1 earlier? Yeah, we did. Okay, just making sure. Such short-term memory, I can't even remember what we did 10 minutes ago. Anyways. Okay, next order of business. Let's go clear out adventure board real quick. Saw earlier that had a handful of gems and everything. Might as well go grab it. Then we'll probably go run dungeons, see if we can play Guess That Door. And then, I guess we're going on to testing. Oh, but then I need to go get the crowns. I forgot about that. I wish I would stop making Legends Reborn happen as often. That is one of the dailies that they add into the daily cycle that I'm not a huge fan of. The 10 crowns. The main thing I hate about it is the diminishing return on the final one. If it didn't have that, I wouldn't mind it at all. But it's just so annoying getting the final crown. Because I don't mind getting 10 crowns, I just mind that the 10th crown takes forever. So I'm not sure why I'm skipping over to Gem Key. They're both a good loot. I'll take this and grab our gem keys then. And I'll be good to go. Also, unfortunate that the initial rewards are gold keys though. But it is a lower rarity one. The highest rarity one is actually kind of insane. It gives 10 gem keys and 2 epic, or not epic, what do they call it? VIP keys. It's one of the actually only few ways that free-to-play players can get them. But occasionally we get like that mythic key offer. Or not even offer, you just get 10 gem keys and 2 VIP keys. It's very rare though. It shows up like once every few months. Probably only like 3-4 times a year. Very close to 4. That's nice whenever they stop by. That one's single gem key still worth it for a minute at a time, that's for sure. Oh, I thought there'd be enough mana. Whoops. This gold deleted your Scourge. Nice. Yeah, I've been using it for a little while. I definitely been using it more ever since we buffed it up. But that's the case for a lot of mythics. Like, if we finally buff up Ubistet, we'd use him a lot more as well. Okay, next order of business. We did that, we did that. We still need crowns, and we still need dungeons. So I guess we'll go do dungeon. Deal with the crowns, and then we'll mess with the new troop. Alright, so. Are we going to get a perfect? Is that a perfect? No! 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 There it is. Triple fail. Alright, I'm looking for, Zolgoth. Where is the Zolgoth? There's the Zolgoth. Okay, I'll take that over. Get a free kill on the thing that has a billion score reduction. Just for him to be replaced by something immune to burn. Feeding the point of even killing the first thing in the first place. And it should kill someone, hopefully. It does not, but then we just do that. And it's basically a match. Right, one down, 2 to go. And unfortunately no perfects. Though at least we have not misclicked the steers yet. It's eventually going to happen. Too bad they just, if you didn't have an option to just, like, make them stop showing up. Because we're obviously never going to go down. But there's no way to, like, disable it to, like, never appear again. Ooh, wait, that was, like, 0 mana. Yeah, that should be a match. Hey, we even got the Devour. There's so many wild cards on the board. There we go. Alright, one more. Kill out the Shegra. And then we mostly just need to go get the crowns. And then we can mess with the new troop a bunch more. Oh, so who was suggesting that team earlier? If you can copy-paste it again. Because I think it's kind of buried in the chat. We'll go check it out. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Whoops. I guess that still works, though that wasn't the move that was intended. That's not enough mana, is it? That's still not enough mana. That is. Alright, there we go. And of course, grab our Dragonite. I think we're still like 100 off. There it is. Perfect. Oh, there it is. David's with the team. Yeah, we'll go mess with it as soon as we finish out the crowns real quick. Let's go to Cinemirage and clear out these crowns. Let's go use a quick Ironhawk, and then the last thing we'll do is mess with the new troop then. Or a little bit. Try a couple different teams. We'll be covering the video for it this weekend. Oh, we have gotten lucky on Curse Gnome. That's our second Curse Gnome, but still 0 since the patch. We've gotten 2 Curse Gnomes, but 0 Dragonite Gnomes. He's out there somewheres. It's kind of funny that we got it before we even got the crown. But yeah, I wish the crowns were weighted evenly. It's the main thing I don't really like about them. Because if they came as easy as like the first few, then that'd be great. But those last two, particularly the last one, just takes so much longer. When you get unlucky on them. Also, apparently right now, how have we only got one? Come out, crowns, wherever you are. You're not supposed to be that rare yet. Though it's much better than how it was initially. Because when they first made it, it took like 50 minutes to get 10 crowns. Within like 3 days, they turned it from like 50 minutes down to like 10 minutes or less. Sometimes more if you're unlucky. But they adjusted it so much. Which is a great change because, gosh, could you imagine having to do this for almost an hour every day? We would definitely be level 1,800 if we did. On top of everything else. And that reminds me, we have extra XP bonus right now. So even though we're doing this to farm crowns, we're also farming a good amount of XP. This is a Guild War week. How are we winning so fast? This is a team that used to exist about 6 years ago. And then didn't for some amount of time. And then did as of about a year and a half ago. But basically, the premise is Ironhawk. Ironhawk deals damage every time you cast a spell. And a stack, so we have 2 of them. So every single time we cast a spell, we do 10 damage to all enemies. And we're using double empower. One of which is just to exist. The other one with extra turn automatically. And the other one actually does 5 damage. So we're doing a total of 25 damage on turn 1 instantly. Or pretty much instantly. But yeah, it's the power of Ironhawk. The best farming mythic in the game. Also, spoilers, though not really much of a spoiler. But it has its own tier on the mythic tier list. It is allocated to its own tier because S tier just wasn't good enough. Oh, come on. We're even finding verse gnomes. Where are all the new Dragonite gnomes? I still have not seen a single Dragonite gnome since the patch. We've gotten his card like 15 to 20 times, but I mean like the actual gnome itself. I've not seen. Also, I think verse 1's the one I need the least. Yeah, we keep getting it. Yeah, getting Ironhawk's actually pretty high priority in the current state of the game. To such a degree, I would say start saving 8,000 diamonds now for when it starts rotating around. As it's really good for farming vault events, as well as EXP. Not class EXP, but specifically just EXP, normal EXP. But it's mostly used to farm vault events, which give a lot of loots with all the buffs they've been doing recently. They added Nomapalooza, which gives you like 1 billion loot every single time you do a vault event. They added pity keys if you weren't around for them a couple years ago. And also most recently, a couple weeks ago, they made orb drop people better. With a lot of newer orbs that are actually amazing. Well, most of them are amazing. Everything except the ingot one. But we have not had a vault event since then. We don't have a current official dates on when next vault event is. But it should be pretty soon. Originally, it was supposed to be the 13th, which is next weekend. Not this weekend, but, you know, next week's weekend. Though I'm not sure if it still is. Based on the spoiler threads, it looked like it got moved. But there is a still chance that next week's weekend's a vault event, though we don't know for sure. Yeah, that's one issue with Ironhawk. Is having only one, it's like B or C tier. Whereas it's like one of the best farming things. Not, it's the absolute best farming thing in the entire game when you have 2 or more. Not even like slightly, it just literally is by a mile too. Because for farming vault events, it is about 50% quicker than the second quickest method, which is kind of insane. It's just such a large margin of difference. What's the thing about vault events? Wake up and spam level... basically, yeah, you just spam low-level Explore with whatever quick kill team you have. If you need something cheap, you just run, like, Rowain quick kill, which is basically just Rowain, or, you know, something in first slot, Rowain, Leprechaun, Mirage Queen. Like, something like that. And that can win about 4 times per minute. So a team like this can win about 6 times per minute. But yeah, generally during vault events, you're just looking to spam Explore very quickly. There are a few other ways to do it, but it's the quickest way. Let's just quick kill, spam Explore. Right now we're just trying to do that for the crowns. Speaking of which, how do we still need 4 more? Are we getting this unlucky on crowns? No, I'll keep going. Then we'll go test David's team, as well as a few other teams for the new troop. Okay, 3 more. Oh, so this thing just keeps surviving, barely. It's really unfortunate. I've also, that's also going to happen with the new Dragonite Gnome. Because the Dragonite Gnome actually survives a 25 damage hit. This isn't too big a deal because he barely ever occurs. However, he will survive the 25 damage wipe. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the next Vault event. They just keep buffing it more and more over time. Inflation's definitely hitting the game, that's for sure. That's one other thing that kind of has been making it a lot easier for newer players to catch up as well. Inflation to this game hits hard. So there's always like a better method that comes after time, over time. And you can just farm that like crazy to catch up. You've never done a Vault event? Oh, they have buffed them like crazy. They've gotten like 3 to 4 buffs within the last 3 years. It started with pity keys, then it made it so you get 20% more loot from every single key, just by doing it on the harder difficulty, which is pretty easy to do with most teams. Then they ended up adding Nomapalooza, which made how many Vault keys you get from like a few dozen to like literal hundreds, if not over 1,000. But it's now measured in hundreds rather than dozens. And then most recently they buffed orbs, which are very commonly dropped in Vault keys. How do you expect a Dragonite Gnome to affect the double Ironhawk team? it shouldn't affect it that much. You're realistically, if you're doing versus, you're only seeing about 1 per hour. Because right now, I assume if you kept doing Explorer, you'd find a Dragonite Gnome probably once every 3 to 4 hours. I've never seen one. However, based on how often we're finding the Cursed Gnome, I would assume it's about that rate. When it's a Vault event and you're farming versus, you're probably going to see one about once an hour. So being slowed on one single battle every hour isn't really that big a deal. It will affect doing Palooza a little bit more, because it is probably likely you could see 2 to 4 of them potentially, or 1 to 4 of them, within a single set of 15 minutes. So this could potentially waste about 1 total minute from your Palooza, which of course is like 5 or 6 fights potentially. So that will hit your loot a little bit. It shouldn't affect the bottom line too much, mostly because he's so rare that it's barely going to matter. Also depends how quickly you can get a follow-up poke. It's actually one nice thing about having Sister Superior in first slot, because the Surge on green or yellow is both full mana for her. You'd even set the banner even more so into it by setting double yellow, which gives you triple yellow due to the Dust Devil. The reason I don't have it set is because I normally change it for whenever we have a banner event. But you can just simply set to double yellow. And now whenever you go and... actually, we can take Leave and do that. But now whenever we take a yellow, it's a 100% chance we'll get full mana, even if it doesn't surge. So it's a very quick way to just get back into the kill. Oh, why did I do that? We already have the win. But you simply just take a yellow after you do your double cast and be good to go. Because that's going to be more relevant now when running this team compared to before. Because you're occasionally going to need that pickup kill. You already needed to occasionally for the Mythic anyways, but now you're also going to need it for Dragonite Gnome. How do you get those power level crowns? The crowns are found in most gnome locations. Most notably Explore is your best way to go about getting them. You can just kill a bunch of Explore very quickly. I believe they also appear in PvP, though I don't play that much PvP these days to know. And by PvP, I don't mean Guild War, but the actual like PvP location. Because in Guild War, they will not appear. They don't appear in any guild-related event. Or any like time-based event. Like, for example, like the Thursday class event they won't appear in. So you normally just want to do them in Explore. Well, how many do we need? 1 more. Oh gosh, dude, last elusive one. I'm not sure why it's taking us so long today. I feel like it's taking us way more than normal. We're not going any slower. It's getting a little unlucky. Oh, so hello, Jason. Welcome, welcome. Right, just need that final crown and be good to go. Yeah, I personally don't really play PvP much, like at all these days. I play Guild War, obviously, and I still enjoy that. But I would never willingly go into the PvP mode. It's just a weird mix. Like, half of PvP is the most annoying meta to ever exist. The other half are like 4 times firebombs. And there's almost like nothing in between. The biggest issue with standard PvP is it's just all over the place. On like both ends of the spectrum of like the absolute most annoying meta that ever has existed on one side. And then literally the freest wins you could ever ask for on the other side. There's no like middle ground teams. Whereas in Guild War you get to see a lot more of those middle ground teams. Even though a lot of it's just double empower into book. Like you saw today, I think every single fight was double or triple empower into book. It's definitely something they could address into the future. And the future modes might also be able to do that. Also, who knows? Maybe we'll finally get co-op and or multiplayer. I feel like they're eventually going to do it. It's only a matter of time. Have I tried setting double Cedric for double Greed on PvP? You can. It's not generally worth using double Cedric anymore, though, from what I've seen. Like, ever since they nerfed Skeleton Key a couple years back, I haven't seen any gold farming team that seems worth it. Unless you're doing it in, like, Underworld while also getting all the gold that you get from Underworld. Like, in that situation, I guess it's okay. If you don't want to do that for, like, your daily, for one of your dailies. Where you do those battles and just get a bunch of gold there. But otherwise, I wouldn't really go out of your way to, like, mass farm gold with a Cedric team. It's probably better value just to spam Explore 12. Yeah, there we go. Alright, that's all the crowns, finally. Took a little while longer than normal. Anyways, let me go try David's team. Let me go find it. Let me find it on this computer so I can just copy-paste it over directly. There it is. David's team. Let's go see what this does. Copy, copy, copy. This team's not anything, right? Yeah, that's just a lower one. Alright, Tidecar, Lash. Oh, yeah, I guess we could overwrite our Archer. Seems like normal stuff. Let's go give it a try. I've not used Tide's Lash for a while. Let's see. Let me just double check Archer, though. Just to make sure it doesn't mess up anything I have for Guild War. Hunter's Mark, yeah, that's correct. Missile, Dagger, doesn't really matter unless our weapon's one of them. Is this weapon one of them? It is a relic. Let's see. We'll switch back to bow. Actually, I don't know. Do you normally use a dagger on this? I can't even remember what my other archer team uses. Entangle first enemy, that's correct. Leaf Storm is correct. Extra to green is situational, but is correct. Dodge. I think I normally run the magic just because of the kind of teams I build, but yeah, that is a stronger trait. And a little bit of rogue one in case I can get any value. Alright, all good. Anyways, what do we have here? Deal a bunch of scatter true damage, pull the thing to front, Empress, Thrall, Scourge. So basically a Scourge of Honor team with a bunch of stuff built around it. What's the point of Lash? Deal scatter damage, then pull the last enemy to the front. I understand this entire team except for Lash. I don't quite understand what the Lash is for. Like, obviously it's follow-up true damage on it. But at that point, I would almost rather just have Beatrix. I guess it might be just for Greenstorm. And it just happens to be the weapon being used. Just so you don't have only one damage source. Anyways, let's go to, like, Explore 12. Yeah, I have noticed that ever since a patch a while back. For whatever reason, when I drag my mouse on the Crystara map, it moves glacially slow. It's been doing that for, I want to say, a year or two now. I guess the Lash is for if they get resummoned. I think Lash is literally just here for Greenstorm and in case they get resummoned. Just so you have a way to kill the resummon. Unfortunately, no Empower, but of course it's a Thrall build, so just looking for Thrall to get his thing. Is the cleanup Mythics? Oh yeah, that's true. Mythics might have too much durability. I haven't actually seen a Mythic yet. We'll see if we kill it. Though the ones here have spell reduction, so we probably won't. Oh no. The biggest issue with Thrall. Though every Thrall has this issue. The struggle of not getting a starting board with purple. There we go. Oh, just right, we might almost win by the time we get it. Oh wait, I could have actually just killed right there. I didn't even need a throw. Because we killed our first slot with skulls, we actually had enough damage off the split from Tide's Lash to kill. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. He gets free green, and we don't want him doing that because we need those green. Oh, is Lash actually enough to kill there? No, it is not. Yeah, very rarely will Lash be cleanup unless it's a spell reduction troop or a resummon. I wonder if we could replace that with Rope Dart or something. Because Rope Dart has no mana conflict and still serves a similar purpose. So I feel like more people have Rope Dart than Lash. They're both an old event weapon. I'm leaning towards a Rope Dart here. I am leaning towards the Rope Dart. It also makes sure we don't block his red. That hasn't been too big of an issue, but we do have to change our banner for doing it that way. So you have the guaranteed Thrall banner right now. However, I only need +1 because we're doing it with 20% mana start. So we actually don't need +2. Or technically +3. So I can go a green, Do I +1 the thing? Probably not. I think it's just a green-brown. Like some kind of secondary color that goes into him. Green-brown minus red, no. Where's that new banner? There it is. Oh, no, but it's minus yellow. Wait, what color are we not using? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're not using... There's something we're not using, right? No, we're using everything. Never mind. We have to minus something. Oh, wait. I still need +1 purple. So I guess it's +2 green, +1 purple, minus whatever the other color is then. We can minus red. We can minus blue. Probably leaning towards blue. Let's run it this way. Even though we're minusing our own weapon. You cast Empress 2 times with Green Storm. It kills in 1 cast. Oh, true. That's even more of a reason to not run the other weapon then. I almost want to run a mana accumulating weapon first slot. Because we're probably not going to need Rope Dart either. Yeah, we could do that. Do that. Throw it again. Is that enough to kill? It is. Interesting. So we can have a hero do anything. But Rope Dart allows us to do one really specific thing. If they get resummoned, it has Rope Dart poke into Skull Poke, which will kill any resummon in the game. Right, we got an extra turn, which actually is not necessarily a good thing here. No, my mana! Struggle of getting a single purple. The only thing holding Thrall back. Interesting. So yeah, we very rarely will ever need our hero weapon then. Unless they resummon. I believe this place has literally no resummon. It's one of the reasons why we go here. Alright, there's no purple over there. So I can get a purple from there. So we cast that, cast that again, cast that again. This almost feels as consistent as Zolgoth. The only side issue is every board where we don't get purple. Oh no! The thing got moved. Because Zolgoth team has an answer to that. It's Leprechaun. We can't really replace Hero with Leprechaun because then we don't have Green Storm. And Green Storm's pretty important, so we have the higher extra turn chance. It's not guaranteed, but with that many greens, it's a lot more likely. Yeah, it works pretty well. I don't think we necessarily need more purple gems on the board. Even though we kind of do. Like, we both do and don't need more purple gems on the board. We need it in a sense that we need it for that little bit of mana accumulation. But we can also win without ever casting Thrall. Which almost makes me want to replace him with Leprechaun. Because it also makes our green go up higher. Because we might not even need that much mana. Because if our main goal is to cast card 2 times, you don't need Thrall for that. Let's go try something. There's actually a chance you don't even need Thrall. Let's see. Leprechaun. Change banner to green-brown. Minus, oh, these minuses are all bad, though. In all fairness, almost every minus is going to be bad. I guess we need a minus purple. Green-red. I know this banner's not +2/+2 anymore, but it's still viable here. Go with Anu Scepter first slot. That would kind of work. Because I don't feel like we need to have, we don't need Rope Dart. Oh wait, I just realized something. Wait. There's a reason we can't run Leprechaun there. Hold up. Okay, yeah, we do have to go Thrall. I am now realizing a flaw in this strategy. Whoops. Okay, I see why you don't run Leprechaun now. I see. That's funny. I forgot. We need to kind of, have him in last slot. I was, like, thinking, like, oh, we could just, like, target it there. Oh, we can just minus blue. Anyways. Kinda forgot. Yeah, we technically don't have to cast Thrall, though. On a situation like this, we probably do. Alright, so we just go for that. Boom, boom. Yeah, that works really smoothly. Hero weapon is really flexible here, though. Like, as long as it's not blocking anything, it'd be just about anything you want. Only slight issue I can see with this too is barrier. But most things aren't going to get barrier up quick enough. And of course, a lot of kingdoms don't even have barrier. But this one does, which is why I mentioned that. Because a single barrier kind of messes up the damage strategy. But that's going to be very rare since this team gets going so quick. Anyways, that works out well. Let's go try a different team. So we changed the banner and we changed the weapon. Otherwise, it's the same one that David mentioned. And you can use any Green Storm hero class. One benefit of Archer, though, is you do have the insta-kill chance. Anyways, let's go make a third one. I think I'll move the thingy up too. We'll probably show like 3 or 4 for the video. And that definitely seems pretty nice. What was the first one we ended up building? I really liked that build. I can't remember what it was, though. Oh, yeah, it was the Sycorax loop. That was fun. It was Sycorax loop into Deathbringer. Which seems like a pretty similar structure, but this one can go a lot further. But also doesn't do true damage. But you can just keep looping Sycorax over and over and over again. And just get the big Deathbringer. Because regardless, you're just putting into one big AoE normally. Regardless of how you structure the team. I'm trying to think of something else that isn't AoE that might want to have a lot of magic. Yeah, the Empress has a really low mana cost. It's really nice. Alright, let's go for our non-AoE build here. Let's try to give something stats that doesn't hit everything simultaneously. So almost like an Infernus-like troop. But it's still kind of hitting everything. There's Weaver. And then you go like double kill, double kill. And then you have like a really themed green team. We can kind of go down the Weaver web spinner route. Like Weaver, web spin. The problem is, what do we do for our other option then? Like, there's so much mana accumulation we need. And of course, Weaver would be last slot. Because this would make it an unkillable Weaver. Not like it was even remotely killable to begin with. But this would make like a super unkillable. We could actually make this pure green as well, oddly enough. Though Green Guild War Day would have probably already passed by then. By the time we covered the video. However, if I just do it like that into yellow. Like a blue-yellow. And then minus, what are we not using? Brown. Oh yeah, that's not what I need. I need the other way around. Actually, no, I don't. Yeah, green. Yeah, +2 green, +1 yellow. That's fine. I can kind of run it like that. And now it's pure green. Which one is Guild War green these days? Oh, you know what? That's actually the day I'm probably covering the video. Ooh. Maybe we'll be up in time. Because this is technically Green Guild War Day then. I'll see how it does. My biggest issue with this is we're somewhat overblocking Weaver. We also don't deal with Cleanse that well. I mean, like Elementalists. Though we do have an answer to double Empower, triple Empower though. This also allows us to use the new buffed Weaver. And basically we just kill everything with Web Spinner, then get into our double kill setup. And then we just win from there. Biggest issue is getting that last little bit of mana though. Come on, Empress, I want to use you. Get your mana. There you go. There you go. Is that kill range? No, it is not. Though one more will do it. Alright, how about now? We kind of already won, but there you go. It's mostly just trying to make it like an unkillable Weaver. This is the main premise of what we're trying to do here. Not meant to win like exceedingly quick, but to kind of just make it like a semi-unkillable troop while still winning somewhat quick. That's a bit of a miss. Wish Web Spinner would stop missing as much. Would be somewhat helpful. Are we in Weaver range? That's the only problem. One buff is not enough to get into Weaver range kill. I wish it was. Because that'd make it a lot more convenient. Oh, I didn't even see the dragon gem there. Alright, you're at, like, dead. You're at kill range, though. That means Weaver. Because we have infinite resummons on Web Spinner to first. The only big issue is in a Guild War context, you would lose a lot of points from taking that much damage because you don't have, like, an Entangle alternative. Which would almost make, like, Hero there being better instead of a Web Spinner. What do we even want here? I kind of want that mana, though I need the green more. He's probably not giving us extra turn, but we're still going to go for it. I kind of just want to take another green directly from the board. Because we could also just do that a lot of time. Just double take Empress's green. Wish I had a Cascade there. You know what? We're going to go for it. I have Skull Poke, but we don't really want it. Oh, we kind of have to take it. Somehow still don't have that last little bit of mana. Nothing's in Weaver range. Come on, I just want some green. Give us the green. I wish Web Spinner had a slightly higher gem spawn. It's like just below the range of which would be good. Like it's still usable, but it's not dependable. Like at all. Also, how on earth do you have exactly 1 HP? We would have already won otherwise. Then we can just poke it. So what do we do? I just kill you with that. Too bad you don't get to choose what gets targeted. There's a lot of times you just want to like click on what it's going to click on. But then it's like, oh, only last slot. I don't know, it's not bad. It's not like exceptionally good. This is what it needs to do. Just trying to think what else we can kind of buff. Because I feel like almost every single team's just going to come out to, like, an AoEer. Like, which AoE option does it best. And generally, that's just going to be the true damage ones. If we are building it kind of around this premise, we can make a secondary one that doesn't use Scourge of Honor. Because what we'd want to do is take the biggest true damage AoE in the entire game. Well, that is Scourge of Honor, isn't it? Is it? Let me double check. Because I know one benefit he had was that he has the high damage with the easy second cast. But is he actually the highest valued AoE for true damage? Looking, let me just look under base rarity. I'm gonna type in true initially. Though they're not the only thing I'm looking for though. Like, Scourge of Honor is 49. 48, though it's not consistent killing everything. 41. We do have to keep in mind, I do have 6 extra values, so technically he's 43. Which is worth considering when we're looking at these numbers. So 41. 59, but you only get 2. 43, which is technically the same value as you, but you don't gain extra magic. Actually, you do gain extra magic. Oh, interesting. Crimson Bat has the same value for lower mana, though getting mana on it hasn't really been an issue. Wait, that's all of them? Oh, I did type in true, though. There's other ones. Lifesteal... Okay, it's not lifesteal. How do you say it again? Draclus is a 41, which is 2 lower. Yeah, I think it is. Because I'm not seeing any higher. Like every other true damager is like the same value or slightly below. The only one that's higher is Grey King, but Grey King isn't consistently hitting everything. It is actually the highest AoE for true damage then. And even has the capability of recasting, which is one of the reasons why it's basically the Phoenicia. Phoenicia does it for physical, and the other one does it for true. And of course, we do want true as a little bit more damage pressure. And I still kind of want one other troop. I'm not sure if I'd necessarily want to do the all green one. I might still have it just as an option. Alright, we need one more team then. Okay. Who's a fun other option then? What if we wanted to do like a dungeon with it? We could use Hiking Iron Gut outside the mode by buffing his attack once. Probably not worth it. But that would be kind of funny. Is there any kind of funny troop where you can have it in last slot, then it moves to first, but then is actually like insane in first? There's a couple that move to first, but they're all kind of underwhelming when they actually move into first place. Because that'd be a funny mechanic. Like you buff it in a last slot with Empress and then move them to first. It's not really that viable to do. Queen Beatrix. We could try building around Queen Beatrix. Oddly enough, I don't think I have used Queen Beatrix on any. So it'd be a good nice to have a anti-cleanse option. Or, you know, a cleanse option, I mean. We don't actually have a single Beatrix team yet. We could try building a Wildfolk out of it. Though we kind of can't because the other one's Construct or whatever it is. Which, what is it again? It should just be pure Construct. The Empress. Unfortunately, you can't build it into a brown spam Construct team. Or can you? To some degree, we could. Let me double check something real quick. If I go under the category of Construct, can we actually get away with a really gimmicky pure Construct team? The biggest issue is this creates brown and not green. But is there anything under Construct that like creates a building in green but also uses brown? The closest we have is like Honor. But you can create green-brown. I don't think we have anything else that can actually do that, though. Honor is like the closest option, unless I'm forgetting of one. Brown troop that can create a billion green. Oh, Forest Troll. Oh, but it's not Construct. Wait. Yeah, it's Giant Elemental. That's not Construct. The Kobolds? Wait, they don't create gems, though, do they? I think one of the Kobold troops create gems. Hey, we got that new guy. Convert all brown to web. It's technically to purple. Oh, which Kobold are you referring to? Oh yeah, we got the Wolf Tentacle build. Wait. Can we do something funny with that with Empress? No, it wouldn't be worth it. If only this used 5 mana. Then you could build a funny team out of it. Oh yeah, we got the turtle. Wait. I forgot about this one. Hold up. Sorry, Beatrix. You might need to be on a different team. Actually, I might put you on my web spinner team. Let's see. Hold up. Okay, now we just need Hero as a construct for the killer weapon. Maybe this will be our Dustbringer build that we showed earlier, because it's probably going to be a better version of it. Let's see. There we go. Alright, what do I need to change here? I feel like something's off. Yes, Chalcedony actually wants to be first slot, as weird as that may seem. Which is not a good idea, but we needed to get going quicker. And then you just change to like brown-green. And we minus red or something similar. Change the class to Archer for the same reason we do on the other one. Though technically we could start with Brownstorm instead. Actually, it works either way. I will keep it as Titan, actually. Because either or it works. Alright, let me just see what happens here. Let me just see what happens. It's not going to be, like, super quick. But it's like loop, it's basically a loop Empress. The only big issue is we're going to be shuffling between green and brown. But for the most part, that should actually kind of work. What's your boost ratio again? Oh yeah, it's basically by skulls. Which is a bit of a weird one. But it's going to be enough boost ratio to work. But you know what? I should put the other +1 into yellow. Just to make sure Chalcedony gets going. Because it's more important than anything on this team. Because Chalcedony basically is our Thrall. Alright, so Empress casts. You poke everything once, basically. Wait until you have, like, good skull alignment. Try and get a triple over there. How many is this normally? Not a huge amount. But enough to work. That's enough to kill, right? Almost. Oh, yeah, that's not enough to kill. I guess we can just double cast it. But then it's a lot slower. Yeah, I think we're just aiming for double cast then. With a team like this. Also, we really need an extra +1 into yellow. Just in case for those moments. Ooh, that's a big Chalcedony miss. That's a slight issue with Chalcedony sometimes. Oh, I just realized we're not using Construct Hero class. No wonder why it's missing. Wait, I forgot to change it to... Oh, that's funny. I forgot to change it to the thing. Oh, whoops. Oh, that's really funny. I forgot to change it to, what's it called? No wonder why it's missing so much. I was gonna say, like, why do you have such a high chance of missing here? Like, I know you can miss, but it's not that high a ratio. Forgot the Geomancer. I'll get you later, Jason. Thanks for stopping by. Alright, let's try this again. Alright, no surge on blue, unfortunate. No surge on yellow, unfortunate. Can you please just give us mana? There we go. Now we can function. Alright, and I was poke everything. Poke, poke, poke. Basically wait till we... I really wish we had a slightly better option for the green then. Yeah, that's still like a slight issue here. Like not be able to get that buff. Because at this point we're basically just playing it like a Dustbringer kill. Is that still not enough damage range? We'd have to poke both of them once. And then it's damage range. It works, but just not like super quick. What's going to replace Turtle with? Like, it solves our green issue. It just is weird to get skulls on the board with it. Next best is like Honor. But doing an armor buff is kind of underwhelming. I'm trying to think what else we can boost ratio. It does all stats, so we do have access to Ketris. Oh yeah, actually Lester just mentioned it, yeah. Doing the Ketris thing. We do have access to Ketris. My biggest concern with Ketris is there's a lot of stealthy out there. I know, I was going to use Brown Dragon. I actually mentioned I was going to use Brown Dragon for our team, and then I remembered, I don't have Brown Dragon. But yeah, I would show a team with Brown Dragon. The problem is, I don't have Brown Dragon. Because we were mentioning that earlier, that we could use Brown Dragon there. But there's one slight issue with that. There's one very distinct issue with running Brown Dragon. And our lack of having it. So Dustbringer's a nice easy one that's way easier to obtain. Like, it's still like a somewhat hard weapon that some people might not have laying around. But it's easier than getting Brown Dragon. Let's see. You got your Brown Dragon yesterday? Nice. But yeah, this is... anytime we're using Dustbringer on one of these teams, it is 100% interchangeable for Brown Dragon. It's just I don't have Brown Dragon, so I can't show it with Brown Dragon. So this one actually does need to be ran with Dustbringer. This one is more so supposed to be Brown Dragon build, but we don't have it. Whereas this one actually is use Hero as Dustbringer. Whereas this first team is use Brown Dragon, I just don't have it, so we're using Dustbringer as a placeholder. Because this is a Brown Dragon team, This is a Scourge of Honor team. This is a, I guess, Green Guild War team, though. I feel like I should try putting Beatrix on it. Could use a Beatrix. But Web Spinner's fun. You could run it either way. This is a Construct team out of it, where Dustbringer is actually intended, rather than because we don't have something. And, I don't know, I guess that kind of covers our bases. I guess we still technically don't have a Beatrix team. Like, to a degree, we can make the pure green team into a Beatrix team. Oddly enough, we don't also have a Truffle team, but honestly, I feel like Truffles is better on its own. Like, you know, double Truffle. Like, I feel like double Truffle with Forest Troll and the whole loop thing gets you way further than trying to buff it. Oh yeah, I didn't actually mention that today. I mentioned that yesterday, or on Monday. I didn't actually mention that this stream. Yeah, that's the reason why we're not using Brown Dragon here. Though we're deliberately not using Brown Dragon on this one. Even if we had it, you need Geomancer Hero Class for this build. Anyways, I don't know. We might test it a little bit more. Probably cover the video on like Saturday or so. So we're trying to get the Mythic video out. And of course, we'll be covering the new Mythic on this Friday. And I hope to have the tier list up by tomorrow. And if not, it might be up on the Mythic day. Which would be kind of funny. Getting a Mythic tier list and a new Mythic on the same day, which might end up happening. But I'm going to try to get it out tomorrow if I can. But anyways, guys, that's pretty much the game plan. We'll be back tomorrow night, same time as always, hour and a half prior to now tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're primarily going to be messing with Guild Wars, as we've been trying to 100% it this week, or, you know, not lose a battle. So I've been try-harding it and building hard counters every single time. A little bit less so today, but last night we really went committed to it. Though we scored a lot better tonight. It was mostly because Purple Day is one of the easier days, or among one of the easier ones. Definitely not looking forward to Red Day. Red Day is normally the day that gets us. That's 2 days from now. Tomorrow's Blue. Blue is kind of hit or miss. Biggest issue with Blue is there's a lot of freeze options on both sides. Let's see. What even is our Guild War Blue for tomorrow? We'll obviously be tweaking it. Yeah, we're trying to use a safe Truffle Queen Beatrix combo. The biggest issue with this team is it fails to double Empower, as we have no Empower of our own. And the big issue with that is a lot of time I actually go Astral Spirit to deny something on Blue Day, because sometimes you end up needing it. Blue Day is definitely a bit weird in denying and having a good Empower, because most of them aren't that good. Lamia's useless, at least for Guild War anyways. Princess Elspeth, due to how scoring works, is useless. You have like a couple Empowers, but you have another useless one. Like, Mercy can kind of work out. There's just not a lot of things that are both blue and yellow that you want to feed that into. I guess maybe, like, Mistralis? Or something similar. But beyond that, there aren't too many options. That end would be interesting for Skulls, but that's also assuming it hits. And if you miss, you just kind of auto-lose. But yeah, Astral Spirit's probably one of our main Empower utilities for tomorrow if we want to put it in. If they're running like double Empower, triple Empower, and we just need an answer to it, we can just deny our own blue. Because Astral Spirit, oddly enough, is almost always used to deny your own blue. This might seem counterproductive on a blue Guild War day, but so many people run blue book with like 2 or 3 Empower that denying your own blue is actually beneficial a lot of time. Because the enemy's just going to create you new blue to go use, so you just simply go use that blue and go from there. Anyways, guys, have a wonderful week. Stay safe out there. Have a wonderful, well, I guess holidays are kind of over, but stay warm out there. It's still been kind of cold. And I'll catch you guys later. Goodbye, everyone. Thanks for watching.